Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to the third mini-tournament. And this time around it is the drafting edition. So, let me just take you over to the drafting lobby. That's not working. Do it like this. That's working better.
Everyone good for drafting to start?
And yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're ready.
And also, worth mentioning, I'm not alone today. I have someone with me at this portable Grump.
Hello.
So, and this is the drafting lobby we have right here. So, some of you might be familiar with drafting. The way it works is that both teams get to ban a ship. In this case, red team has banned a goldfish. And now blue team is banning a ship. Then both ships, they've banned fish twice. Well, I guess they just want to be really sure that no one plays fish. So, then the first ship on the red team gets to pick a ship with loadout, then blue team does the same, then 2 guns are banned, and the other 2 ships are picked. So, what we have here, okay, I'm not surprised, Sunstrom just picked your stock standard Artling. Zedion picking a Shrike, it seems. Interesting. And also worth pointing out is that you can change who plays which ship. So Sunstrom picked the Artling there, but Daniel could play it. So you can pick for the other pilot. That is allowed.
Yes, you can have. It's basically just picking it for your team. Yeah.
So we have an Artling and a Watcher Kara Shrike so far. Blue team gets to ban first, and they ban Watcher. Also, very common pick, and yeah, gun bans don't affect ships that have already been picked. Well, I guess obvious reasons.
Yeah, that would work everything up.
Oh, and we have a Lumberjack pick out of red team. So we've run a few draft lobbies beforehand, and from what I've seen, a very common gun ban is Watcher, and a very common second gun ban is Carronade, heavy Carronade.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, but I've also seen Artemis being banned. We even had a match where Gatling was banned. That was laser galore. So Daniel is picking a magnet right now. With Nemesis. I mean, yeah, of course Nemesis. Because no Watcher. Also Poon, yeah, probably for shrike fishing. Double Nemesis. Interesting. It will be a magnet out of red team.
They've picked a Spire so far.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one ship where OBS is in front of, so I have to look into OBS to actually see it. And Spire.
Double laser.
Heavy Flak Spire.
With
Flak
double
Mark
laser
II
Banshee.
with double laser Banshee. I mean, Asuna, go triple laser. Also, I need to check right now. I need to look. And yeah, gun number 3 is on bottom deck. So it seems like people are already set here, or not entered yet, but there isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 5 seconds left for. I don't think there are going to be any big changes.
So
All
We're
right.
done. That is our draft. So these are the ships that people will be flying. I suspect that Sunstrom will be flying the Artling and Daniel the Magnet. So it seems right now that everybody has picked their own ship. And these will be the ships we will be seeing. And now I will give you the in-game view. There we go.
So I will wait for everybody to switch to their proper ships, and then I will start the lobby timer for loadouts.
Yep. So, like we have the ships with Victor the Artling, Wookie the Magnet, perfect. Golden Falcon the Shrike, and also the Spire. Yep, ships are set correctly. And we are now getting ready to go. So, let me actually take this second and introduce the teams, which I haven't done yet. On the red team, we are joined by the Fancyborn, with the pilots Sunstrom and Daniel. And on the blue team, we have Chef Zedion's Potatoes en Gratin, with the pilots Zedion and Empress Asuna.
Maybe we should talk about the loadouts a little bit before we get started here, so we can get right into the engagement as it starts. Can start listing off, I guess, what everybody has, since it's locked and they can't change.
Yeah, then I will start with red team. So on the red team, the first ship, we have the Victor, Pyramidion, piloted by Sunstrom. On the front deck, we have an Artemis and a Gatling, and on the side, we have a Flamer and a Flux. So it's, as I said, it's your stock standard Artling. Not much deviation there. Second ship is the Jabberwocky, a Magnate, piloted by Daniel. On the right side, he's bringing a Gatling, a Poon, and a Nemesis. And on the right side, sorry, left side, we have a Gatling, a Banshee, and a Nemesis.
Alright, and on the blue side, we have the Shrike, the Golden Falcon, piloted by Zedion. We have a Hwacha Carronade double Gatling. And we have the JDS Ice. I don't.
Ise.
Ise.
I don't know.
Spire, piloted by Empress Asuna. We have the Black double laser Banshee. All right, it looks like we're gonna get started here.
Good. We'll just show it off briefly again. I didn't show these correctly. And we're starting. So, our map is Graveyard Rumble. So yeah, get ready to rumble, everyone. Ha ha ha. And I don't actually need to start this off with a ship call out.
Yeah, you can get right into the engagement as it starts.
Yep, so we already have a spot on the Golden Falcon, which is not surprising. It's Graveyard Rumble after all. It's a very open map, especially with the spawn positions. And the Spire getting in position to shoot the Victor. No lasers yet, as the Victor is dropping below the laser arc. Jabberwocky should be in cover for them. Oh, they're not firing, rather. There we go, that's the laser. Okay, Golden Falcon went in as a bit of a... deviation... bait. Don't know how to call it.
Broken. Ooh, took quite...
Oh, yeah, they took quite a lot of damage. They lost all the guns, and they're dead. First kill for red. It was fanciful.
Yes.
Okay. Fire trying to get the lasers going, but they haven't really been able to do that, as most of the engagements have been either happening below their arcs or in cover. And now the red team is just pushing their one to their advantage, just going in, double focusing the Spire.
Spire is broken. Taking detonator shots from the Jabberwocky.
Nemesis.
Or Nemesis. It looks like detonator.
Detonator would be 7 bolts.
Yeah.
And the Spire goes down due to Gatling fire. So, Golden Falcon has spawned, and they are already spotted as well. Seems like the Fancyborn are trying to break the Pommeler's record for the fastest SCS, fastest tournament match. Oh, okay, they're not gonna do it. They only have 30 seconds to break it.
They're not brawling enough. This map's a little too big for that.
Also, worth pointing out, Daniel, or in-game he's called Dementio, has brought Moonshine Drift Cell on the Magnet. Okay, Spire has respawned. Far away. Up really quick. So if Golden Falcon manages to get out, which seems unlikely right now as they just lost 2 engines, the Spire could be in a very good position to just hammer down on them, but Golden Falcon goes down. And now the Spire is once again all alone. They are reversing, but they are too high to get the lasers going.
Yes, they are shooting some flax out, but
now they're going for the Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky is in laser arc. Ooh, they actually get pooned right now. Golden Falcon has respawned behind the red team. Watcher gets fired. Nothing disabled, and the Spire is once again in a double focus.
Gatlings going out. They're broken.
Yeah, they're missing 3 of their guns.
Come in. They get harpooned there. No, not quite.
Yeah. Spire almost dead. And the Golden Falcon is also not looking very good. They haven't been broken yet, but they also not doing well. Oh man, scratch that. I just fired off a really good watch onto the Jabberwocky there, getting 4 of the 6 guns. But with the Spire dying, the Pyrrha can redirect their entire attention to the Shrike.
Yeah. The Shrike's going to need to leave quickly here. The Spire has respawned now.
Yeah, Spire has respawned far away.
Golden Falcon's lost one of their engines.
Lost one of their heavy engines as well, so they're not going anywhere fast right now, and they are on a double focus.
Taking some perma damage now.
And dying. So it will be Fancyborn getting the victory in this first match. Final score of 5-0. And now it's time for the rematch. Which will take us to... The
map is Paradis.
Grunfeld.
Grunfeld?
Grunfeld. Yeah, it's messed up. Challenge is messed up.
Oh. Okay.
So what we're looking for right now
I don't know where you're
is where's that damn match? There it is. It's match 8. That is Grunfeld. I just looked at Discord. That's.
Oh, we're doing match 8 next. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused.
It's a bit messed up.
Challenge does weird things.
Challenge do be weird sometimes. So, yeah, we will be swapping sides, setting everything up. You can take a look at this lovely screen and listen to some music while we get everything set up. Yeah, then seems like we are really good to start the draft here.
Yep.
Show you to that. I should that too. There we go. Okay.
Everyone good to go for the draft?
Blue team already indicated readiness. And
we're
so is red. Let's go. Time for the second round of drafts.
Alrighty.
And this time it will be Chef Zadion's potatoes on red and Fancy Born on blue. So
They've been
Pura
banned.
Pura gets banned. Oh, what a surprise. And this will might be a fish ban.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that's what it's going to be.
Yep, it is a fish ban.
Yep.
Who dares? Oh. So seems like not a junker, but rather a shrike? Or a galleon? It seems like galleon will be the ship of choice, but 20 seconds to set that up. And it seems it will be the... Oh, it will be a... quote-unquote Metagal, but different. And not really.
Oh, not quite Metagal. It's not Nemesis. And Laser. Which is, not...
I mean, it's the same intention as a Metagal. But it's not the same guns.
Yeah. It's kind of there, sort of, not really, but a little bit.
Also, for those of you that don't know, a Metagal has Lumberjack, Heavy Flak Mark II, and Hades on the left. Okay, and our Magnate is packing long range sight with Hades and Minnow, and short range with Banshee Get Watcher. So people already got their watchers in before the others can ban them.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what red team will ban. It is Lumberjack. What will?
Interesting.
Oh, sorry. That is blue team's ban. Blue team gets to ban first.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the red team gonna ban? I presume Artemis or Watcher. Even though I don't think that the red team would have brought a Lumberjack anyways. Okay, they ban Artemis because they banned nothing. And it has been recently reverted in a way. So before the recent change, it was if you banned nothing, you banned nothing. But this time it just defaults to Artemis on the light guns and I think Heavy Flak Mark 1 on the heavy guns. Now it's Asuna's turn to pick a ship. Remember that you can always lock in a ship. You don't have to wait for the timer to tick down.
It's okay.
Ah, as I presumed. So we will be seeing the same spire again. I mean, Frontfeld is a better map for that. Because you have way more open terrain and way longer sightlines. And it also pairs well with the galleons, so they have 2 long-range ships, 2 heavy flags, and if you can really land those, you can 2-shot most ships with burst and charged. And you can even 1-shot a lot of ships with Loch. So it's a significant amount of perma damage. What is blue team up to? They're picking a Watcher. Oh, your standard Stormbreaker there. With Watcher, Guide, and double Banshee. So it doesn't seem like blue team wants to sit on the distance and get harassed by the long range.
No, yeah, that's definitely not a good idea, especially when you're against a lot of lasers and flax.
Yeah. Definitely, especially the Stormbreaker, they can just rush in and sit on the left side of the Galleon, and the Galleon can't do shit.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're gonna give the Spire a hard time.
Yeah, they're gonna give both the Stormbreaker will give both ships a hard time.
Hmm.
That's for sure.
Although
So,
the Spire is the easier to kill of the two. Galleon is
Galleon
might
still
be
has the brawling
hefty.
side. That is true. And Truant, you also, yeah, it's the most armored, most permanent in the game. So let me get you. Oh, back to the game cam. There we go. I hope no one asked questions in the Twitch chat while I'm not watching that. So yeah, don't expect me to see stuff in the Twitch chat while the drafting lobby is visible. Okay. So we have a Galleon, we have a Spire, we have a Magna, we have a Stormbreaker. Watcher and Kara flip, but that doesn't matter, I guess. Same. That is looking good. And that's good. So let's take a look at the ships while we're here. So ship number 1 is a Duel of Fate. It's a Galleon. And as mentioned, on the left side we have a Laser, Nemesis, and a Heavy Flak Mark II. On the right side, on the ship around, we have a Heavy Carronade, a Watcher, and a Heavy Carronade. And on the back we have a Flare Gun. Number 2 is the JDS Isa Spire with Heavy Flak Mark II on the front, 2 lasers, and a Banshee.
Well, it looks like we're starting the match.
So we're gonna do blue team from the match.
Yes, I'll have to start the
Yeah, I can do blue team
timer.
as well.
So yeah, you can do blue team. I gotta start the timer.
We're on Fight over Fernfeld, and the third ship is the Victor Magnusson. It's a Magnate. And on the right side we have a Paradis and a Minotaur, and on the left side we have a Banshee, a Gatling, and a Watcher. Ship number 4 is the Dust Rider. Y. It's spelled, and it's on the right side it's the Watcher, on the left side it's Gat, double Banshee. And the teams are the same as last time, so on red this time we have Chef Zedion's Potato Sacotin with Zedion and Asuna. And on blue we have the Fancy Born with Sunstrom and Dementio. Or Daniel. Who is Dementio?
Spot's already out on the Victor Magnuson.
And I mean, 2 red ships are in range. And lasers are in fact going, but not hitting.
Dust Rider coming around. It looks like they've got spots.
Yep.
Both the red ships.
So
And
some
Dust Rider has been spotted as well.
some technical stuff. A Lesmog laser has a range of 1.2 kilometers. And that's 2 grid squares and a bit. Okay, but the Dust Rider is doing exactly what we expected it to do. It just came in and is in brawling range. The Duel of Fates is eating the damage with the fire support from the Victor Magnusson there. Break on the Duel of
All
Fates.
is down, yes.
Ooh, but the Dust Rider also needs to be careful not to break there. As the Spire is getting their firepower going. Duel of Fates nicely suppressed by the Victor Magnusson here, which is pushing forwards. And it's a Moonshine Driftsail Galleon. Interesting.
Galleon looks like it's turning to on its brawling side, perhaps? No.
Yeah, it
Magnuson.
seems like they are trying, but they're getting outmaneuvered by the Victor Magnusson. The Duel of Fates is broken once more.
Mm-hmm.
The Spire is not doing well against the Dust Rider. Especially since they can't get their lasers in arc. And Duel of Fates is broken. But they will not get rammed. And they also managed to get a Watcher off onto the Victor Magnusson, getting 2 of the guns and 2 of 2 of their engines.
Victor Magnuson is broken.
Ooh. But
Taking some
no matter what
damage.
no matter what you put in that flak, it doesn't arm on that range. And now the Duel of Fates has lost all of their guns. It seems like the
Hull is
Ise
burning as
is
well.
shooting the Victor Magnuson right now and trying to ignore the Stormbreaker behind them.
Hull is
Don't
broken in the Duel of Fates. Ooh,
and
the
it's
Spire goes
not
down.
gonna work out. And with that, we have a first kill for blue. And Duel of Fates doesn't have much left. And they go down. Yeah, I guess it went exactly as expected. Red team trying to push the long range advantage, and blue team is having none of it.
I mean, that's usually how long range battles tend to go when other side has brawling.
Yeah, yeah. It's also with laser. Lasers have terrible arcs. So if the enemy stays below you, you have to drop onto their altitude to actually hit those lasers. And the other problem is that they need to ramp up. So like they start with very low damage, but it increases over time. So you have to keep them on the target, or keep them going for a considerable amount of time to deal significant damage. And if you're trying to shoot a Stormbreaker with it, it's not really gonna happen. As a Stormbreaker has a rather nimble and fast ship.
Our team seems to be moving in towards the terrain here a little bit. Into some
The
cover.
Magnuson has been spotted. And red team as well. Already Magnuson taking all the fire here. And the Ise is already broken. Stormbreaker coming in from behind once more. Seems like no one's standing for them, so the Duel of Fates gets that brawling side going. Gets an engine. But even though the Ise has a free can shoot freely onto the Victor Magnuson. Yeah, okay, they barely have the downwards axe to shoot the Victor Magnuson. But those lasers are going into the balloon because they can't shoot lower.
I'm quite surprised Red wants to fight in towards terrain and not quite like far out in the open.
Yeah.
So then they would be able to have more of a long range advantage.
Duel of Fates, by the way, is broken still, and they just lost a lot of their perma to Dual Banshee going ham.
They're currently in a position where it makes it easier for the storm to be able to come in and to get them. Whereas if they're out in the open, the storm is going to get lasered.
And what you can also clearly see is the Ise not getting good shots on the Victor Magnuson, because the Victor Magnuson can just drop below this mountain ridge here. And with the bad downward arcs of the laser, the Ise can't just go up to shoot down on them.
Yeah, the terrain is not quite what they want. It's making it easier for blue to be able to
yeah, I mean,
the
blue team is clearly using the terrain to their advantage. And what you see very well is the Victor Magnuson rises up, starts shooting the Ise, gets some damage in, and once the Ise starts shooting back, they just drop again and are out of the get shot anymore. And in the meantime, the Dust Rider is just going ham on the Galleon, or in this case, right now the Spire. And both ships are not looking fresh.
I definitely think Red should be more out in the open. I feel like it would be better suited.
So
to the ships
if you
that
look
they
at the
have
map,
currently.
Red team has the side. I'm not sure. Yeah, on both sides you have a lot of open terrain. Like in the top right of the map is very open, and the entire left side of the map is very open.
Yeah, I was assuming that they would have pushed for more open, like the left side of the map.
Yeah, like even the.
Because this is around their spawn here. Look like they have a
Okay, red team
spawn
has the east side.
area.
Yeah, Duel of Fates goes down again with a double focus. Like, you have a lot of area, you have a lot of ground here, and the builds red team has brought excel if the enemy has to charge you. Because that is where laser really shines.
Yeah, that's where the storm would have quite the time with the laser.
You just get both
they were
lasers
able
going on the
to-
Stormbreaker while it has to charge you. And even if it goes vertical, you, on those distances, you should be able to follow that. Not much issue. So you can get the damage in. And give them a hard time, but just prevent it outright because they don't want to die.
Although it seems like red does not have the quite ideal spawn for long range. There is open areas, but typically the area that people tend to spawn camp in is on the blue side, the far part of the map. I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is what the usual spot is, where people like to stick out long range ships. Don't quote me on everything. I don't quite know everything.
I mean, that's what I expected. I expected you to be a total professional that knows everything.
Oh yes, I am a very professional person who knows all of the strats and the try-hard maneuvers. Yes, of course.
Of course. So, Dust Rider had a very open field here. But now the Galleon has redirected their entire attention to the Dust Rider, so they were broken, they ate a few Nemesis shots. But the Easer, once again, eating a lot of fire from the Magnet here, which not much is going back. There is a laser on the Magnet, but it's going everywhere except the armor, it seems. Oh no, no, that one's going. That's good. And yeah, once again, the Dust Rider can't be shot by the Easer, and they die. So it will once again be the Fancyborn in the victory here in their second match against Chef Zedion's Potatoes. And it's once again 5-0. This time case in favor of blue team. And our next match will be with Fresh Void versus the Fancyborn. And as last time, we will be back once we have that match assembled, and this time it will be a bit longer break. I see you then. And we're coming back. One button. There we go. To the draft. There we go. So people are currently all in. We have the next draft going here. Our so I may briefly introduce our teams. On the red team, we have Fresh Void. Due to the usual pilots dropping out, they now have the pilots Hellfire and Finks. And on the blue side, we are once again joined by the Fancyborn, with the pilots Sandstrom and Daniel. I'm gonna be so confused with my abbreviations because one of them is FV and the other one is FB.
Yeah.
And seems like Hellfire is having none of Sandstrom's magnet plays because they just banned Malignite.
Yeah, and Fish has been banned by Blue.
And Blue team has banned Fish. So this is the third match, and in all three of them, Fish has been banned.
Yeah.
I see a trend here.
Little bit of a trend. Looks like Hellfire might be taking an Artling here.
Yeah, Hellfire picking a stock standard Artling. That's okay. I have to admit that is not a ship I've seen either of them fly. Not Hellfire nor Finks.
I think I've seen Hellfire fly Artling before.
It could be that I never see that because I always cast SCS and then it's Sunstrom playing the Artling.
Yes. I think last week when I was flying with Hellfire, it took an Artling.
Ooh.
Pretty sure.
Sunstrom picking a Crusader.
Interesting. A double Watcher Crusader so far. We'll see. Well, we'll see. It's obviously not.
I have to admit that the setup is a bit weird. With no GAT on the band on the flak side. But I mean, if you play it strictly forward facing, it could work. Could also just be
I'm assuming he'll change guns here. Are these the default ones that were picked?
No,
with
that's
the
something you
Crusader?
played around with. Default is Heavy Flak Mark 1s and Artemai.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why you see the
interesting.
quintuple Artemai Junker.
It's a very interesting Crusader. Yeah,
Junker is
usually
also the
you
first
just see. Interesting.
And once again, remember
Right.
that you don't need to let the timer run out. You can
Yes.
always confirm beforehand.
We're doing it on purpose, I'm pretty sure. But thank you.
So, Sunstrom is actually playing that. That's interesting.
It is. It's a different.
Also, I just noticed that Sunstrom is pilot 1 in the drafting lobby, but pilot 2 in the in-game lobby. Okay, what are they banning? They're banning Gatling. That's interesting. Could also be that Sunstrom just picked for Daniel.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, and also, the reason why Sunstrom is not picking Artling here is you can't have duplicates. So if there is already a Pyramidian, you can't have another Pyramidian. No matter the loadout. And we have a ban on Heavy Carronade from the red team.
Looks like Finks is going to be taking a Watch Aspire.
Watch Aspire with a Hades and double Artemai. Hades on... sorry, double Banshee, I'm sorry.
Yes.
But Hades on Paradis? It seems weird.
Daniel has a Junker selected.
And yeah, there you can see Junker with quintuple Artemai. Yeah.
Is that the default?
That's the default. Like, Junker is the default, and Artemai is the default light gun.
Imagine if they take all Artemis Junker, though.
I mean, if they get
That
it going,
would be chaotic.
if they get it going, the enemy will never have guns.
Okay, yeah, they have changed. Corsair.
And there you can see default heavy gun is Heavy Flak Mark 1.
Hmm.
So, lumber on the front. Oh, of course, lumber on the front because Caronite has been banned.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a Banshee on the left and a Hades on the right. Or is it the other way around? It's the other way around. It's Banshee on the right and the Hades on the left. And
Yes.
that is what he will be taking.
Harpoon on the back. Yeah.
So we have
alrighty.
our ships and
Make sure everybody has those selected before we start.
well, you can
lobby
already
timer.
start. I can change it.
Okay.
That's the way we did it in the scrim. Like when the drafting was done, 5 seconds, then we start the timer. They set up. Give them a little bit of time. Okay, and let's take a look at the ships. So our first ship is the Kin, Premium piloted by Hellfire. And on the top deck, we have an Artemis on the right and a Gatling on the left. And on the side, we have a Flamer and a Luck on 4. So stock standard. And you can't see that. Ahem. Once again, Artemis, Gatling on top, and Flamer Flak on the side. Now you can see that. Stock standard Artling, second ship. In aptitude, the Spire, piloted by Finks. I hate the steering. And here we have Hades, Banshee on top, Banshee shot on the bottom deck.
And then on blue, we have the Jupiter, piloted by Dimentio. It is the Corsair, with a lumber on the front, dual watches, Banshee, Hades, and Harpoon on the back. And then we have the Donkus Bongus, a Crusader, piloted by Sunstrom. We have double Watcha, Flak, Artemis, double Artemis, and Gatling.
Yeah, Watchers, Artemis, Gatling. So, and...
Sorry if I did that too fast.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
We're getting close to the
boom.
lobby timer being done here, so I was trying to be quick.
Oh, you have plenty of time. And we are on the map Paraton Rumble. Paraton, mainly known for being the biggest clusterfuck in the game.
Where the terrain gets more kills than the other ship. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
depending on the game.
It's like, it's the map where the terrain is the most aggressive.
Alright, I have force started.
Okay. And we're going off. So, yeah, let's see what people are up to. It's also not a really big map. So it's only 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers.
Yes, which means the engagements start quite quickly on this map.
Supposedly.
It depends, but
Sometimes people can miss each other, but we have a spot.
we already have spots out though, so.
Yeah, and the Jupiter getting stuck on this little notch on this building here.
Not the worst terrain.
Oh, Kin already taking the high ground. Quite literally, as they are above a tall building.
They are on Artling, which makes sense.
Yeah. And, but the Dongus Bongus is definitely higher.
An
Oh,
aptitude.
but they are having trouble. And aptitude being in the crossfire, and I think they also had a brief meeting with terrain.
Yes, there's a building there. Looks like
There's
the
a building
projects.
everywhere.
Yes, yeah, well, it is Paraton.
Oh, and aptitude is broken.
Perma
With
damage.
flux from the Dongus Bongus going out, half the perma is gone. And Jupiter, on the
They
other
have
hand,
about 60%. Mm-hmm.
Jupiter, on the other hand, is being suppressed quite nicely by the Kin here. Dongus, sorry, aptitude broken once more, and once more. Not much follow-up.
And aptitude has about 30% left.
And Jupiter was broken as well. They lost a bit, like a fifth. But now they have actually managed to take a position below an Artling.
Bongus turning for the kin, and Jupiter turning for Inaptitude.
And it seems the kin is eating a lot of damage here, as they are already broken. They lost their Gatling. And they're dead!
Down.
First kill for blue. Also known as the Fancy Born. And
Aptitude looks like it's going to be down here any moment now. They're grinding out on the ground a bit. Looks like Jupiter might be going in for the boop.
well, it seems like he's trying to get a Goomba Stomp. Oh, never mind.
Looks like that
But this is
building
a
got
very
in the way of
tight-
their plans.
Yeah, this was a very tight corner they chose to fight in.
Terrain is very
Also,
awkward.
yeah, you can very nicely get a spire stuck in this gap. Trust me,
You
I've
can
tried.
very nicely get a spire stuck in many places on this map. They are very
Yeah.
long, and you can't see below you. in a lot
Yeah,
of
I just
places.
saw the specific gap on stream.
Yeah.
Also,
Speak from experience. of getting
so
stuck.
do I.
Oh god.
Yeah, there are so many places where you can sit stuck in. Also, I will show something. There's a building here that has a big Muse sign on top.
It's just shooting wildly into
And
The
he is
map
also
looks
the El Piro Hotel.
spots are out. The Dongus Bongus has been spotted.
Oh,
Looks like
yeah.
Kira might have spotted them, or maybe an aptitude.
No.
Maybe the Pyrrha. The Pyrrha is higher above the clouds, yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, Watkin needs to hydro once more, because otherwise he won't make it across this building.
Spots are both out, and Kin has been spotted as well, and Aptitude is still hiding here.
Yeah, Jupiter getting shot by Artemis, losing their Hades there. Not their lumber, though.
Looks like they might want Blue to come in a little bit closer for the Pyrrha here so the Spire can pop out.
Spire is definitely in an ambush position.
Sneaky, sneaky Spire.
Spooky, sneaky Spires?
Jupiter shooting some lumberjacks, but Pyrrha has lowered down. Looks like they're gonna reposition here. Spots are out on Blue. All ships have been spotted now. Well, the boss is spot on Dongus Bongus, it looks of it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they see all of each other.
Yeah. Kin hydroing up there, starting off the next engagement by immediately reversing quite a bit, getting the one of the Artemai of the Dongus Bongus, who, by the way, just won the award for the funniest name that doesn't exist.
Aptitude's still sitting pretty here behind this building. Bongus Bongus is moving in though. They both
It seems
see
like Dongus
each other
Bongus
now.
just, yeah, they just stopped to shoot the Inaptitude for a little bit.
Aptitude's gonna have to be
Jupiter
careful here.
tries to get the lumberjack going, but it gets stuck on a building.
Well, their ally is coming in.
Yeah, Kin is opening up, but
Looks like
Jupiter's just
Jupiter might be
reversing into
backing up.
cover.
Yes. Mhm.
Now the Kin is now the Dongus Bongus is shooting the Kin. The Kin just lost the Artemis. And the
Aptitude
Gatling.
has been popped here.
Ooh, and Kin is going into cover. He needs to be careful in that position, because the terrain does
Bongus.
not mess around.
Dongus Bongus is moving
And
in.
they got
charging
broken
in on
by the
Pyrrha.
terrain.
Ooh. The
And they
Paraton
ate
curse.
2 flags, it seems.
Mhm.
Kin broken
Kin
once
broken.
more with
No
no
follow-up,
flux.
though? Yes.
Yeah, no flags.
No follow up.
Oh, but the Jupiter took this time. The Inaptitude was
All
looking the other
engines
way
are
to
out,
get into the
yes.
rear and disable all of their engines.
Aptitude's raising up. So is Jupiter, though.
And
We
the
have one
Dong
engine back.
Hmm?
Looks like they're
Dongus
turning for the
Bongus
Dongus Bungus, though.
also joining the fight here in Aptitude, eating a watcher to the one
Ooh.
front this time. They only have
Yes.
one engine left on that ship.
It's turning for the Jupiter.
Yeah.
Although the hull is
Yep.
broken and Aptitude and Flax go out.
Ooh, but it's barely not
Oh.
enough.
Ooh,
Yeah, but
an
an Aptitude is broken once more, and with the side watcher of the Jupiter they get finished off, another kin is rather alone in the field. Will this be a Crusader ram? Yes, it will! So, Dongus Bongus killing the kin here with a lovely Crusader ram. I approve.
We approve when they're almost dead and then you don't take damage, then that's fine. You don't want a Crusader
I mean,
ram and
I
die.
always love to see a successful Crusader ram.
Yeah.
Because everybody says that Crusader is not a ramming ship. And there are a few people that would...
It could be a ramming ship if the ship that you're fighting is like got a pixel of health left. So.
Okay, if they have the pixel of health
you
left,
don't wanna-
yes. Then you can even
you
take
don't
a
wanna-
Shrike and ram it into a galleon. But usually, Shrike on galleon is the most extreme. Usually the galleon always wins.
Although I have seen a Spire ram a galleon to death before. But
that's actually
Extreme.
only 140 tons weight difference. 145.
yeah.
Shrike on galleon is 242.5 tons of difference.
It is a very rare occurrence when they're almost dead to begin with, so it's not
Yeah.
really.
I mean, another very common thing to happen, especially on Paradis, is you have one team losing armor, and some engines are just drifting into terrain, bumping a building the slightest, and it just implode.
Yep. Beyblade.
Like, the building morphs around them and just devours them. Okay, we have another engagement going. Kin has went in. Jupiter ramming the inaptitude. Dongus Bongus shooting the Kin and disabling the front guns. And also
There's a
more or less
prime
everything else on that ship.
It's lumber. I mean, lion gun go burr.
Yeah, Watcher go
Lion gun
and
OP
the Kin
in
goes
yes.
down.
Hydro bug, Helper asked? Interesting.
So it will be the Fancy Born.
Mm-hmm.
Obtain the victory here with a final score of 5-0. And we once again will take a brief moment and set everything up for the second match. We will be right back. We're coming back. Oh, that was the wrong button. There we go. We are back in the lobby, and Hellfire, sorry, Sunstorm was really quick, and they already banned fish. And Hellfire just coming back at the banning Pyrrha.
Surprised. It's been, I think, the case for most of the matches except for the one where Magnate was banned.
Yeah, and also Sunstorm is already set on what he wants to play. Since Hellfire did ban Magnate, he just directly picked a Magnate. Now it's Team Stu turn to pick, specifically Hellfire. So, people are not messing around.
Not, no. Shrike? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything? So Hellfire has picked Double Watcher, Get Care, Shrike, and they proceeded to ban Watcher. The blue team has banned the Watcher there. And what does the red team ban? They ban Lumberjack again. Now it's time for Daniel here to pick his ship, and it seems to be will be a Caro Spire. And what's the last one? Crusader from Things.
Is he gonna take his double nemesis Crusader? By the looks of it, it might be. Yeah.
It's very well be that case. Artemis stuck on the mid deck and Gatlings on top. Yep. Good. So can you still hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. My bitrate just briefly decided to drop down to more or less 0.
Oh.
It's back now. Okay. So we are done. We are locked here, and we have our ships. So let me take you over to the actual lobby. Ta-da! I should have probably set that up as a different scene. I'm too lazy for that. So here is our lobby. We have a Fire Magnet on red and Shrike Crusader on blue, and our first ship, the Great VGS or VGs, whatever you want to say, piloted by Mr. Dementio or Daniel himself. And wrong button. There we go. We have Heavy Carronade, Banshee on bottom deck, and Gat Banshee on top deck. Our second ship is the Victor Magnusson. It's a Magnet piloted by Sunstorm. And on the right side, yep, there we go. We have a Black Hades Minotaur, and on the left side we have Banshee Gatling Watcher.
And on the blue side, we have the EA, or the EA, the Shrike piloted by Hellfire. We have Double Watcha, Caro Gat, and then we have the Frailty Crusader piloted by Face. Oh, one sec.
And please do left side and then right side.
Okay. On the Shrike, the left side, once it loads in for me, is... Pardon?
On Crusader, I assume.
Oh, on Crusader. No, I was going to do the Shrike again if you wanted to.
No, you don't have to do it again.
Okay.
Just...
I was confused.
Don't worry.
Alright. On the Crusader, we have a Nemesis, double Nemesis on the front, and then on the left side, we have the... Oh, it's hard to see. On the... loadout here, we have Flak and Gatling on the left side, and on the right side, we have Artling... Or Artling? Artemis.
Artemis and Gatling, so Artling is right.
I mean, yeah, technically. Too many things were going on. My timer was going off at the same time. Chaos. Absolute chaos.
I mean, the worst call-outs, or the worst in terms of how much time you can give yourself, we ever did. I did with Steam Braids, and we called all 4 ships out in 10 seconds. Also, because it wasn't the second Mini-Tourney in the King of the Hill tournament. And before we were starting, he asked me, well, we should probably do the ship callouts after the first point has been captured for the first time. And I was like, we just need to be fast. And then I did the red teams. He started. Well, in the meantime, he started the timer. Then he did the blue teams, and we were done.
Shots are already out. He's been spotted. The benches are going out.
Sorry. So yeah, we have shots fired with the great VGs.
Frailty has been spotted as well.
Yeah. Yeah, staying back for now. And Victor Magnussen are getting shot by the Frailty, while the Frailty is on the receiving end of Minotaur and Hades. And Deathling as well. Frailty is broken. Oh, and Watchers go out.
Hades going out also.
They are
Frailty.
dead. I think whoever was supposed to repair that armor was just sleeping. First kill for the red team, also known as Fancyborn. Yeah, Hadush Dongus repairing. Sorry, confirming in the match chat. Please don't forget to rebuild the armor, especially on Crusader. Even though that's technically not true anymore, as Crusaders actually only have 50 points perma, or 50 points less perma than a Pyramidion. And the same armor, so...
Crusader is quite squishy.
But it's not much less squishy than Pyramidion.
Yes, but it feels extra.
Yeah, it's still coming from the times where you could one clip a Crusader. Okay, yeah, doing some
shots
rather fancy maneuvering. She drift sailing, and if he doesn't stop drifting fast enough, that's a mountain.
Oh.
And he got lucky there and didn't die.
Scraped up against it.
I think he managed. I think the man drifts had timed out the second before he impacted, or the millisecond. That was rather fast. Refugees pushing the Frailty there, and I don't know where to look, so I'm gonna look at the Frailty. Who is broken right now with some Banshees being fired, and once again, rather slow armor rebuild.
Is moving in. Magnussen is coming forward as well, but it looks like it's
Great Refugees actually is broken right now.
EGS.
Oh, and with the ER moving in there, the Refugees might very well go down. They lost 2 of their engines, and they also lost a lot of their perma, but Frailty is broken now.
They missed their flax though, so
yeah.
Frailty is still here. Their armor is still broken.
Now that they just managed to rebuild. Only one of the flags actually connected. Great Refugees has recovered to a certain extent, but they're broken now for Frailty.
Broken on the Frailty. Still broken.
Okay.
Oh, and the Hades kills them. Yeah, their armor is down for quite a bit there.
Yeah.
Perhaps be some issues on the crew side that they are sorting out positions, and it's gonna be quite confusing as to who goes where. So maybe that is the case.
Could also just be inexperience. And the ER decides to suicide?
Yes, it looks like they did on purpose.
Yeah, that just definitely looked like a suicide.
That was an accident.
Yeah.
Too intentional.
I mean, he was on half perma? I think. I will know in roughly a minute, because then the stream has reached that point. In the meantime, the ER has already respawned, and there's the Frailty as well. They have respawned behind the red team. Oh, but it seems they're yep. Great VGs has spotted the Frailty, and the red team turned around. And the Great Refugees is now... Ah, okay, the EA went around, that's why they turned around. So Great Refugees getting watched by the EA, while the Victor Magnussen is going ham.
It's already taken half perma, more than half perma. They are at 20%, 10%.
And they're
down.
Fast. Oh. Like the EA was at more or less half perma when he suicided. And now it's the EA lonely on the field, and I'm sorry for all the clouds, but I do enjoy playing on the highest graphics settings. I know that that's not meant to be a flex, I just like the game looking really cool. Okay, EA will be able to drift sail on out of this. Royalty has respawns currently sitting in the cloud. And shooting the Great VGs there. The Nemesis going out there. Brain Heaven. Shooting that.
He is taking some damage here.
Ooh, the EA is broken. And that just was a lot of damage.
Backing off. The Frailty looks like it's closing the distance a little bit.
Yeah, they have both the Nemesis going, with one of the engineers manning a Nemesis.
Magnussen looks like it's going to be coming towards the Frailty here to get shots on it.
Yeah, definitely. Frailty already has a lot of fire. Oh, never mind, they're broken. And
Frailty is still broken. There it goes.
Yeah, they managed to get the armor up before the flux hit. Now EA has moved forward, taking fire from the Great VG. Victor Magnussen pulled back. So there's a lot of fire on both blue ships. Well, not in terms of quantity, but more in terms of spread. Once again, double Nemesis action from the Frailty. EA has moved in very closely. They get broken in the process. Ooh, and now the Minotaur is messing up their escape. Frailty pushes forward to try to save the airlab. Victor Magnussen has lost 2 of their engines. EA is broken once more. And the flux from the Victor Magnussen connect on them. So it will once again be the Fancyborn obtaining the victory here. With a final score of 5-0. And now we once again have to exchange a team. So we will be right back once we have everything assembled and you can enjoy some more music. So, everyone, we are
Is
coming
everyone
back.
good for the draft?
Let me show you the draft lobby. There it is. So I will take a brief moment. And on the red team, we have the Fresh Void with Pirates, Hellfire, and Finks. And on the blue side, we have Chef Zedion's Potatoes en Gratin with Pirates Zedion, and in this case, FP Lambda.
Alright, we have started the draft. Red needs to ban a ship.
And seems like Hellfire is already drafting, or like rather thinking about banning fish.
Which isn't a surprise at this point. I'm pretty sure Fish has been in the banned ships for every match so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Pyrrha.
Oh, Pyrrha.
It's
Okay,
banned
then blue
Pyrrha.
team will ban fish now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. But it's possible.
I mean, if they
Yeah.
don't ban fish, things will be in their ass.
Mm-hmm. Sphinx will. Well, it depends. Sphinx might want to fly something different. Crusader.
They banned Crusader?
They banned Crusader.
Oh, they're gonna get fucked.
Fish is yep.
Hellfire's
Looks like Hellfire's already got
now
a
just
fish picked.
picking a watcher fish. And, I mean, both of them, both Hellfire and Finks are some very good fish pilots. But that looks
Hellfire.
like Finks' fish.
Hellfire told me last week when we were piloting that he wasn't super comfortable with fish. So I guess it depends. I'm
mean,
assuming that it might be Finks that will be
that
taking
specific
fish.
ship looks a
I don't
lot
know.
like this for Finks. Because that is
Yeah.
exactly the fish Finks is flying.
I think Finks will be taking the fish.
Yeah.
It's like they
And
got a spider.
Hellfire
so far.
pick it so that red team can't ban the watcher. Oh, they can still ban him, but they still have a watcher fish. Okay, and Zedion picking a Spire.
Watch a spire so far. Yes.
We are on Kinforth, so it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
But that Spire definitely needs a flag on the bottom deck.
No.
Nope.
They
Okay. Okay, then it's blue team's turn to ban a gun. My guess lies either with Watcher. Oh, Carrot could also be good. I mean, red team can't go double fish. So, that's that. And they decide to ban the Carronade. That's a good pick. I mean, they already have watchers on the field. And now they have the very big problem of the Spire having a massive balloon. Lambda wants to play. Which we can't see at the moment. I mean, I think Grump you can, but I can't.
See what? Sorry?
Can you see what Lambda has selected?
No.
Oh. Okay, with Caronate and Gatling have been banned. And Finks is pondering with a Junker. That's gonna be a lot of Artemai and Hades, I think. Oh, okay.
Magnet?
Magnet? Maybe a Lumber. Or Nemesis. I mean, I think that he could just play the build he just played in his Crusader. He could also play that on the Magnate.
Mm-hmm.
And it would still somewhat work.
I would think that it would just be a standard Magnet with Watch a Caronade, personally.
Well,
I feel like that.
No Caronades, but yeah.
Oh, yes, Caronade's banned. Never mind.
So,
Watch a maybe Minotaur? Oh, Lumber.
Oh, maybe Lumber. So it's like, that would be, I guess,
Like
Front,
Caronade,
Gatling,
yes.
Hades, mid deck, Artemis, Flak. Even though I would put the Flak on the Watcher side.
Laser? Double
Laser.
Interesting.
That's
Yep,
an interesting
he's
one.
locked.
Okay, and then
I guess,
what's
yeah,
the
they're
last
using
one?
lasers in place for Gatlings.
Yeah. And the last ship will be a Junker. Which is currently packing triple Flamer and double Caro. Oh, he's gonna pick that. Ach du Scheiße. Well, okay, I'm a bit speechless because it seems rather wonky.
Double Flamer, double Caro. I feel like I would go the other way.
I mean,
Yeah,
Red team would just go bring a Chem Spray and the Flamer deals no damage.
I feel like I would take triple Caro instead. I mean, really, you could just take Incendiary Caro and shred people's balloons.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you have 3 Incins going, you can't keep Chem Spray up enough to fully keep that off.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Problem is that, especially the Junker, but both blue ships, but especially the Junker, they are vulnerable to the Watcher of the fish. They are very vulnerable to the fish. Because last time I checked, a Watcher very well outranged the Lesmog Flamer.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, but
I
don't know.
You can reliably shoot Burst Watcher at 400, 500 meters, and I think a Lesmog Flamer has 200.
Quite sure the exact numbers.
I'm not sure, but even with Lesmog, a Flamer has still short range.
I guess we should get into the ships here.
Yes, so let's start off with the cons, which is a goldfish piloted by Hellfire. And what do we have here? We have a Watcher on front, we have a Caronade on the right side, and we have Gat, Mortar on the left side. And it's actually Hellfire flying the fish.
It is.
Interesting. So then the second ship is Pure Nonsense, piloted by Finks. It's a Magnate, and on the left side we have a Laser, a Artemis, and a Watcher, and on the right side we have a Laser, a Flak, and a Lumberjack.
And then on the blue side we have the Flaming Pillar, piloted by Zidion. It is a Spire. We have a Watcher on the front, a Gatling on the left side, a Artemis on the left side, and another Artemis on the right. And then we have a Prodigy, a Junker, piloted by FP Lambda. We have a Flamer on the front, double Caro on the bottom deck, and on the top they have a double Flamer.
So now, I will just briefly breeze through the crew loadouts here because I'm actually curious. That's a Chem Spray. That's another Chem Spray and the next extinguisher. So, Yeah, it's more or less coming exactly as I thought. They have chem sprays on both red ships.
Mm-hmm.
And so both of them are on the face-safes. And the components you mainly want to have face-saved. Or the component is the balloon. Armor is nice, but balloon is important.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on a magnate. Because you do have a rather big balloon there.
Yeah, it is pretty chunky.
But what you can very nicely see is I know this sounds biased, I will still say it. I think the Junker is basically useless at this point.
It's possible the carronades could be useful, but yeah, I'm a bit curious about those flamers and how they will play during this match.
The thing is, if red
the
team
amount of chem spray that they have, but
yeah.
although it's possible that it could fall at some point, and then they would
Yeah.
have a big problem with fire.
Thing is, if red
because-
team doesn't mess up big, the Junker won't be able to get into range. And if the Junker doesn't get into range, you don't even need to worry about the chem spray. It's like both the cons is very mobile and also has the range to stay out of the Junker's arcs or ranges. And also the Magnate is packing a rather mid to long range build.
Mm-hmm. Although yeah, I would say a Junker is a very interesting pick. They're not taken very often, and especially with the amount of fire that it has. Although I do enjoy the nice having the Ember theme on.
Well, it's commonly referred to as the propaganda theme.
Propaganda theme? No, Ember's very fun. And
I mean, just take a look and tell me it's not a propaganda ship.
And I think it's pretty fun and colorful. But yeah, it's. I mean, really, like all the other themes are just as eccentric, I would say.
Well, but none of the other themes bear a very close resemblance to a third party of the 30s and 40s.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're talking about. I didn't quite get what you were getting with there. But, okay.
Oh, and the flaming pillar is already broken with the long-range laser fire from the Magnet here, the pure nonsense, and get mortar. What? Just get for now. From the flaming pillar is already going.
Their hull is down. They got it up though.
Ooh, very well done. And now the flaming pillar is pushing forwards. They got the right side of the pure nonsense disabled with their watcher, and the cons is actually getting cornered by the well, they got Prodigy here.
Here, possibly into the ground. Let's see.
Oh, and okay, yeah, and this time the Junker actually got what they wanted. They are in a close range.
They are grinding out the cons into the ground. They have them hull broken.
And they have them double broken. And
yes.
They get rammed.
They have them.
Well, it seems like they just want to contradict me. Okay, pure nonsense. Getting first blue. Exactly. Chef's Need to make a line. Oh, pure nonsense actually rammed the pipe on the way out here. That also means that the flame pillar will not be able to shoot back. And someone forgot the chem spray something there. Is there already 10 fires? 10 fire stacks on the balloon. Armor. Engines are chem sprayed.
Their balloon is out. Their ally has spawned in. But far away.
Is not moving in.
No, they're
pure nonsense is getting rammed by the Prodigy. Okay. They go down.
Yeah, kill by the Junker. See, they just want to prove you wrong.
Yeah, and it seems the Junker is very fittingly named.
But I do appreciate the detail of having the Ember theme and being a fire ship. That's fun.
But aren't the Ember people supposed to put out fires?
You haven't played Demolition mode, have you?
I haven't played Ember at all because I don't have it.
Oh, that's fun. You can blow stuff up.
I can also blow stuff up with this game. Mainly myself. On terrain. And Kinforth is also a map that is known for aggressive terrain, at least to a certain extent.
It's similar to Periton, where it has lots of nooks and crannies and bits and
And
bobs
it also
to
has a
run
lot
into.
of buildings from Paraton. So,
Although it's a little...
Richard once made the joke that every window on this map, every window on the buildings has a hitbox. Yeah, it sure
Nice.
seems like it.
It is. It definitely feels like it. Right, we
Oh,
got
by the
another
way,
bill.
that's a kerosene drift set junker, and he just drifted away. Okay, yeah, fair enough. He
He's
did a
drifting
very
away as his ally is down, so
yeah he didn't do a flyby, he did a flame by.
he's got to new him away.
No, the cons is well on his tail, and you can see Flamer is out of range, but the Watcher certainly isn't.
Well, they got some of their
And-
engines out, which is going to be a big
And they
problem
also
here for
lost
them.
their entire left side, it seems.
Hmm.
Plus an engine. So Pure Nonsense is now gonna move into the front of them, while the cons is on the side.
We're gonna have some problems here.
Prodigy is getting rammed. I always want to say Prodigy. Don't know why.
Ooh, fully disabled except for one gun. Ouch.
For one flamer.
One- Yes.
And they are double
Double
broken right
broken.
now. If the flux not quite connecting, but
Fish is
terrain
wrecking
and the
them out.
fish will handle the rest, I think. Yes.
The pure nonsense finishes them off.
Oh,
Ooh, the
and
Spire-
Flaming Pillar is already
opening it.
back and already shooting.
Yeah, it's a interesting choice, giving away their
Yeah.
position.
I mean, the spire is visible if you're looking the right way.
Yes.
Usually that's a big if,
Although
though.
there is some nice terrain that they could have tucked behind here, though.
I mean, they wouldn't have been visible if they would have just been a little bit lower. Because
There
then
are some
the...
clouds in the way. Yeah.
Now
clouds
there
are
are some clouds in the way. They weren't there before.
Yeah.
Pure Nonsense is pushing the Flaming Pillar.
Prodigy
Which is-
has spawned back in, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming over. They are charging. And that drifts are going. Oh, but if they keep going like this, they might end up in a fish. Or building.
Prodigy is numing in behind the cons here.
Yeah, and the cons is very much on... Oh, actually, never mind that. But not very much on fire, but they are on fire.
They are on fire. Most of their parts are on fire here.
Oh, but Prodigy eats a Watcher. They're losing 2 of their engines there.
Flaming Pillar looks like it's wanting to attack pure nonsense. Perhaps no, they're going for cons now. Pure nonsense is down too low.
Oh, cons is actually broken.
Taking a little bit of
But
karma
they
there.
managed to get off a Watcher onto the Flaming Pillar.
Flaming Pillar is
The
balloon
kerosene was
broken.
Watcher. Okay. Your nonsense, hydroing up. And firing up a Watcher onto the Prodigy. Once again, Flamer goes out.
Laser going out into the Prodigy.
So,
Watcher
and
going out as
Watcher-
well.
Oh,
Ooh,
and the
going in for the
Prodigy
ram.
getting rammed. Not quite hitting the building.
Looks like they rammed out their balloon.
Hmm.
Pure Nonsense is balloon broken
But
as
the
well.
2
They've
side
brought it
guns
back
of the
up.
cons are out. So no get mortar from the
Prodigy is
fish.
getting lasered. And, the
Watcher.
Watcher. Ouch. Yes.
Ouch. And broken.
Broken. No follow-up.
No
though.
follow-up as the mortar of the cons is on the other side and broken.
Quite
Nonsense,
the
on the other
balloon
hand,
broken.
is on double broken and sitting on terrain, getting pushed by the Flaming Pillar being merged with the terrain.
Ooh, Prodigy here might get rammed into terrain. By the
Prodigy
looks,
is definitely getting rammed
yes,
into terrain.
they got rammed by the fish into terrain. Now it is battle between the Flaming Pillar and the Cons.
With
They are
cons
in
having
blue
no
spawn.
guns. And being broken. Oh, but the Flaming Pillar,
Cons
did they just
got the
ram?
height
Or did they get
advantage.
stuck on something?
I'm not sure. They bumped something.
Yeah. Lances has
Another ship
respawned in the
going into terrain.
distance. Cons is reversing into a Junker spawn. Or a blue spawn. But the Junker just spawned. That's working.
Although they are a fish, so they're able to get away if they have engines, which they do. So they should be able
Yeah.
to back up here. Looks like they're going to get away towards their
Oh, but the
ally.
Prodigy is coming in with that drift sail. They have
Nonsense
this.
is coming towards their ally, though. Prodigy is going to have some issues if the pure nonsense
Ooh,
turns for them. It looks like they're
Pons
about to.
slightly whiffing that. Watch that. Is having only one gun.
Spire going in for the ram.
Ooh, and it seems like Cons is seeing all the cons of their ship. As they are double
People going
broken.
hard for pure nonsense. Cons is broken.
Oh, but Flaming Pillar is broken as well, eating a bit
Pure
of perma
nonsense is
damage.
hull broken, and Cons is balloon broken.
Okay. Cons is getting pushed by the Flaming Pillar, which, oh, barely managed to get over the pipe before they get stuck on it.
Pure nonsense is getting rammed by the junker.
Nonsense is dead, and the Cons might very well follow. Oh, but they managed to get the armor up just in time.
Cons,
Never mind.
Yes. They have very
They
little armor.
die. So, it will be Chef Zedion's potatoes en gratin obtaining the victory here with a final score of 5-3 in their favor. And yeah, okay, seems like I was wrong. Junker
Yes, the
wasn't
Junker-
totally useless.
the
It was
Junker,
very useful.
Definitely impressed with, yes, because, especially with a newer crew, having to constantly, keep up your, if they, are they running failsafe as well? Failsafe and chem? That's a little bit, tough to keep up,
Yeah.
when you don't know the rounds quite as good.
So, we will set everything up for the second round here. So, we'll be right back. So we're coming back. The song also changed, so let's go to the draft lobby.
Is everyone ready to start the draft?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we are ready to start the draft.
Let's get drafting.
Alrighty. Looks like
So what do we
Kira
have
might be
here?
First band ship. They have it selected.
Oh, and map. Frankfurt, I think.
Oh, yes.
Blackcliff. It's Blackcliff.
Okay. Don't want King of the Hill, that's for sure. Where is Blackcliff? I want King of the Hill.
So, commenting on what is going on in the lobby, we have a we have a ban for Pura and Fish. So, we have successfully banned, or Fish has been successfully banned in every single match. There we go. I changed the map.
Oh, thank you.
And so, let's see.
We
Zedion has picked
Spire.
the same Spire again.
Mhm.
Yeah. Except this time there's a Gatling on the top deck and the Artemis is on the bottom deck. Hellfire picking Crusader. Picking your typical hybrid Crusader there. Hybrid means that it is both a long range and brawling ship. Oh, long range, mid to brawling range. Okay. Well, seems like he's picking that. That's also a ship I've seen Hellfire fly quite a bit.
Yeah, he flies that Crusader quite a bit. I have tried flying it myself, though I do not execute it very well.
The thing that me personally throws off the most is the fact that the Lumber doesn't go forwards.
Yes, that is exactly what throws me off as well. I'm very used to flying it as a forward-facing ship.
It's if you fly your standard brawling Crusader, you can fly it straight forward, not straight forward, but like very lightly
Still
angled,
a little bit of the
like
flap, yes.
5 degrees off, and that's how you do it. But Lumber needs more. So we have Watcher ban out of blue team, and what will the red team ban? He's currently hovering over light. Nope, that's just changed to Carronade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carronade will
Be surprised. I was going to say
ban.
it's quite possible that Finks would be taking a carrotfish, well, if things weren't banned, he would be taking a carrotfish. But we have both Carronade and Fish banned,
and Watcher as well. So
and Watcha.
So both heavy guns that are useful on the fish are bad.
Have
And
another
fish
junker.
as well. Oh, actually, Lambda going for exact same build.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wrong last time.
It was very interesting. You don't see many junkers, so I wasn't quite sure how it would perform, but it seemed that I guess it was the chem spray was not being quite kept up.
And I would actually say right now that it won't do as well as it on Blackcliff as it was on Kinforth. Because on Kinforth there were a lot of tight spaces and engagements being forced into close areas. On Blackcliff you have space. You have a lot of space.
This is a big map, yeah.
And what's Sunstone doing here? So I mean, Things is picking Magnate this time with a Nemesis, and so we have Laser Flak Minotaur for the long range, and Gatling Artemis Nemesis for somewhat long range, but also mid and close range. Possible. Not good, but possible. So we definitely see a long range switch from blue team here. Red team still close to mid range, while blue team is prepared for all the ranges. Give you that. There we go. We are here. There we go. So ship number 1 on red here. It's the Flaming Pillar. It's a Spire piloted by Zedion. And we have, let me get that into our angle, a Watcher Artemis on bottom deck and Gatling Artemis on top deck. Number 2 is the Prodigy. It's a Junker, piloted by FP Lambda. Same as, again, we have Laser Caronate, Flamer Caronate on the left side, Flamer in front, and Flamer Caronate on the right.
Right. And on the blue side, we have the Fia, the Crusader, highlighted by Hellfire. Pardon?
Keep on.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading chat. I was seeing people discussing. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so we have the left side being a longer range side Crusader here. We have a Lumberjack, a Hades, and a Flak. And then we have the closer range side, a Watcha Banshee Gat.
Oh, Banshee? That's unusual.
And then we have the Pure Nonsense and Magnite piloted by Finks. We have a left side Minotaur with a laser and a flak. And then we have a Nemesis with a Gatling and an Artemis.
Also, I will say right now, if anyone ever presses the recruit from queue button, even in an official lobby, I will find you and I will ban you.
They'll have the fun time of moving their entire crew to a new lobby. Yay!
So, it seems like we're good to go here. I'm actually curious right now. How did... Anyway. Okay, that's challenge being good. There we go. So we are in. We are on Clash of Blackcliff. And first of all, it's a very big map. And second of all, just take a look around. If you can see past the clouds, sorry, you see a lot of open space. Very much. The only really real tight corner is in the middle, where we have a refinery. And this would also be the location of the hill in King of the Hill, if we would be playing King of the Hill. That was a lot of hill in one sentence. Well, that was very bad in the cast of the King of the Hill tournament. Like, should you say hill and then like end up saying hill 10 times in a row? Or should you say point? But then you end up talking about points and you say point 10 times in a row.
Looks like red is quickly moving around the mountain here, but so is blue. Spots have gone out.
Oh, but the red team is definitely speeding ahead. Fia and Pudance is getting their long range guns going with the Flaming Pillar already double broken.
Yes.
Prodigy is rushing in using their I think they're still using Drift say. Flaming Pillar not looking fresh though. But neither is the Pure Nonsense who is popped and being pushed down into terrain, it seems. Flaming
broken
Pillar
right
just
now.
ate a Watcher, as they got getting very close to the
Yeah,
Crusader,
Flaming
and they
Pillar
will eat Banshees. But
is,
also the Crusader will be rammed.
tough time here. They have like 20% Permahal.
And Flaming
And
Pillar
there
goes...
you go.
Oh wait, who died first?
Yeah.
Pure Nonsense died first.
No, it says that Fia killed Flaming Pillar first.
Yep, Prodigy killed... Pure Nonsense was below that.
My kill feed, it said that the other one was first. Huh.
I
Was
will
the
watch
top
it back in
one
this. I
first,
will.
or is it
Let
the bottom one?
we wait a minute. I can see it in the stream. So we will get the first kill confirmation in a minute.
Yeah, I'm confused. I think, is it the bottom that's the latest thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the new. Okay, then it definitely was what you said. What was the one that you said? It was that one.
That red team killed first. So Prodigy got the first. Prodigy got the first kill. Okay, I'm looking at my stream right now.
Just to make sure. Paradis is taking quite a bit of damage here, though. Still an engagement going on, even with the difficulties of knowing who got the first kill.
Okay, it was red team.
Oh.
By 3 seconds. 2 of 3 seconds. So yeah, first kill goes to red, by the way. Chef Zadion's Potato Sogata.
Prodigy is taking some heavy damage here. Flaming
And they go
Pillar
down.
fully towards the Fia. It's going to be not good for the Spire here. They're going to have to really push and try to kill that Crusader fast.
And they
That's
are
some
definitely
damage,
looking
bro.
to do that. They
Yeah.
are.
Well,
Oh,
they look
dude,
like they might be
Fia
able to.
has the pixel of perma there, but they
Oh,
never mind.
oh,
They die.
they did it. That was the right call, definitely pushing.
Yep.
But it was very risky, as they're now taking quite a bit of damage. If they were not able to
Yeah.
kill that Crusader quickly, they would have not had a good time.
Yeah, but it seems the Flaming Pillar will get the short straw against the pure nonsense here.
Yes, they are taking.
The only thing that is
Quite a lot.
really lacking on the pure nonsense appears to be burst damage. Oh yeah, that's not surprising with the Artemis on the right side there. That's not dealing a lot of burst damage. Or explosive type damage, I am sorry.
Actually going and bumping up against terrain a little bit.
Oh,
there,
Flaming
but
Pillar
they're
actually
not-
surviving. And now the pure
Mhm.
nonsense is on fire.
Turning for Prodigy though, getting quite a good watcha off.
Yeah, there's
One of
disabling a
them
lot of
in.
stuff there.
Yeah.
Pure nonsense double broken. More or
That's a
less
balloon
no
like that.
follow up. And
mean,
Fia
it looks
once
like it's
again
gonna
getting
try and
rammed
ram
by
Fia
the
into the terrain.
yeah, and
Oh.
they end up on the only one of the only towers in the area.
Tower position, yes. They got the ram off.
So seems like the refinery will refine some metal today. And pure nonsense now getting double focused. So seems I was once again wrong about the Junker. I really underestimated how fast you can get a Junker with drift sail.
Sail really makes you move, yeah.
But I expected the
I'm not as
Nemesis to do
surprised.
more.
Hmm.
Like
I-
Nemesis
with
with
the
its impact
Nemesis-
damage.
On a Junker? I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you can also very well shoot between the structure and the balloon.
I think it's quite difficult to shoot a drift sail Junker with Nemesis. I think that would be quite. I mean, you can do it if you lead your shots well enough, but you need a very practiced gunner to be able to hit that. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're hitting the balloon, it's a big enough balloon, but still,
Yeah.
they move pretty quickly.
So, blue team has respawned behind the red team, which spots being immediately exchanged. I say
Flaming
exchanged,
Pillar is
blue team is going the
fantastic.
wrong way.
Let me play
Now
something
they
to
have
be
spots
quite careful.
exchanged. So, blue team
That
should
makes sense.
get by the corner and turn around. Or just go around the mountain.
They might be moving to a different position to have a more favorable spot, perhaps.
Could be that they will position themselves behind the refinery. So if red team wants to
It's
take the
possible,
shortest
yeah.
way, they have to go through the refinery.
It's possible they want to fight in the refinery here, yeah. Or are they trying to set up some kind of... No, I don't think so.
Elaborate flank or ambush.
Yeah, I don't know.
If Spire is through, and Prodigy is spotted via hydroing up, it seems. Oh, just going a bit up. Prodigy on not quite on the receiving end of a laser. Being pretty like getting popped by the lumberjack of the Fia.
Turning for Fia.
Pure nonsense, already double broken with all the flamers going ham. Flaming Pillar goes
going
down.
Pure nonsense is taking quite a bit of damage here, though.
What you can clearly see right now.
The Junker is ramming.
Okay, that,
wow.
So scratch what I wanted to
Junker
say.
rammed the Magnate.
I mean, I will once again geek out and pull out the stats sheet. Give me a second. Where's Junker? There. Okay, Junker is actually 75 tons lighter. Interesting. But
Yeah,
it will
Junker
be
is.
Chef Zedion's Potatoes en gratin obtain the victory here with a final score of 5-3 again. And with that, we should be done. Yes, we are in fact done. So, yeah. This has been the drafting tournament.
It's the third mini-tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Grump, for keeping me company here and setting everything up.
No problem. It was fun.
Then shout out to Hellfire, obviously, for organizing the whole thing and coming up with it.
Yes.
Well, I guess the drafting was done by it was thought of by the whole NAE Scrim people, but still, Hellfire put it into a tournament, and also big thank you to Where Am I for setting up the drafting lobby, getting everything going, figuring out everything, and also giving us a server to do it on. And yeah, so this has been the third mini-tourney, the drafting edition, and sure hope you had fun watching. Tune in again. Oh wait, maybe tune in again tomorrow. I don't know if I will be playing. I might be playing. Anyways, this has been 444 for the mini-tourney. I see you again next time. Good night.
Bye.